Next, let's talk about program culture. So a program could be at the corporate level, a group programs for an executive layer, could be a group of programs for middle managers, could be a group of programs for lower level managers, supervisors, and so forth. At the university level, it could be doctoral programs, master's programs in business administration, executive MBA programs, global EMBA programs, and undergraduate or even in high school and vo-tech schools, cultures that relate to that way of doing things. So there may be different ways of thinking about how you go about trying to educate a Bachelor of Arts in the undergraduate world. What about MBA programs where you require some experience after they graduate from their undergraduate programs, or do you not require any experience? So you get a different group of people in the room with those two different working assumptions. Executive MBAs are trying to manage both their professional jobs and also their education, and that will have a big impact on their ability to study, to retain, to reflect, to create these worldviews that we were talking about earlier. Short-term non-degree executive education programs ranging from 1 day, a half day, even up to 4 or 5 or 6 week programs, but don't really give a degree. They give a certificate of completion, but it's not really an academic degree. And then there's the issue of distance classes. What kind of culture evolves around them? Culture issues around attendance, around doing your homework, about connecting in the middle of the night. Credit, non-credit programs will also have a different impetus as you think about how to prepare your educational experiences. Now, you may think culture is not that big a deal. Well, I think it is. There's a sign hanging, or there was a sign hanging in the Ford Motor Company's organizational development war room back in the day that said, "Culture eats strategy for breakfast." That's a powerful phrase. And it has to do with the notion that even though the strategic management team might be developing a whole new way of thinking about running the company, or the executive team of the university is thinking about shifting or turning the university's focus a bit. Think about Arizona State University, for example. You can have those strategic ideas and plans in mind, but if all of those thousands and thousands of people in the organization don't respond, if their values, assumptions, beliefs, and expectations about the way the world is or should be don't change, then culture, their shared vabes, will eat that strategy for breakfast and spit it out. You can try and try and try, and yet how do you get all of those people with these deep level 3 assumptions begin to shift and move in a different direction? Well, so Lou Gerstner at IBM said, culture just isn't one aspect of the game, it is the game. So if you are thinking about trying to educate your people in your company, in your university, in your consulting firm, and you're not thinking about the cultural issues that surround your students, you're likely to, at some point, shoot yourself in the foot and also be much less effective than you otherwise could.